Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And before getting into this next game going up against Northwestern, I wanted you guys to check out something that I noticed. So every team in the Big Ten Conference, they're really beastie. I mean, look at this. All 99s from Ohio State, they're ranked 17 in the nation. 90, 91, 88 from Maryland. Rutgers is 88 overall, 90 offense, 85 defense. They're beastie. Michigan State is 90 overall. Michigan is 3-0, 99 overall, everything. We're just sitting here at 88 overall. Want. 88 overall. Penn State, 95s. So everybody in the Big Ten is like a super good team compared to the rest of the conferences. I mean, I don't know what the SEC is, but I mean, we honestly compare them pretty well. Look at this. Even Purdue, they're 2-0 at this point. I don't know who they played, but 86 overall, 90 offense, 83 defense. That's not bad. Look at Minnesota. Remember they had that top recruiting class? They got a 93 rated defense. Illinois, 84. They're probably the worst team in our conference, but Wisconsin, 93. 88 from Northwestern. 93 overall, 95 offense, 92 defense from Nebraska there. So let's look at Northwestern really quick. Let's see who they lost to. So they lost to two big teams. I mean, Ohio State and Stanford, 26-38 and 20-34. Those aren't really blowouts, but they did only beat Ball State by 7 points. So we're going up against them this week. So I think they're actually without Thorson. And Thorson, I think, graduated. So yeah, they have a new guy, Smith, at quarterback. So let's just get into this, man. Let's see, man, because my defense has been dominated the last couple games. So if this continues, I might have to bump up those sliders like I said last game. But let's just get into this, man. Let's get it. Northwestern was once on the map. Remember 2 seasons ago for me, they were in the conference championship, but now look at them. They're starting out the season 1-2, and as you can see, man, the freshman Nick Collins is finally showing up, getting in the backfield to force a punt on a 3-and-out series for the Northwestern Wildcats. So now Fleming takes over, and he's just been red hot lately as the quarterback. And Ramsey, remember, he took over for him when he got hurt. He has had a couple of injury concerns, but I mean, when he's in the game, he is a playmaker, as you can see, making these throws this time to Searmack on the outside. But Northwestern actually had a string of a couple years where they were pretty good as we get the ball to Michael Wilson. But they had a string of a couple years where they were pretty good, but it doesn't seem like they can form any type of consistency in the Big Ten, and it hurts them because Wisconsin seems to be the team in their division that makes it to the conference championship in real life. And Iowa as well. I mean, I don't think Iowa's even made it to the conference championship, but I mean, it seems that they're probably the best two teams in their division. Jerome Johnson falls on the ball there, and play gets reversed, so it doesn't count. But Northwestern, I mean, they're just a normal football school. I mean, that's all they are. They're just like an average football school, and it's a shame because you would think, you know, being in the Big Ten, that they would have more cachet as a recruiting school, just overall. But let's just get to this gameplay. As you can see, Andre Brown with the interception there. So the Indiana Hoosiers take over at about the 50-yard line, giving the ball to Devontae Williams. There's Fleming, and on a 1st and 10, a drop back, have all day to throw, finding Michael Wilson over the middle. And Michael Wilson's been a pretty good outside receiver. He doesn't have the speed. Remember when I recruited him, I said I didn't really want him for the speed. He's just a red zone threat. He's got good size, 6'4", but I think his speed's only like 84. And that's what I recruited Dave Ferguson for, to have that speed in the slot. He scored the first touchdown, but this time getting it to my playmaker tight end, who's been kind of quiet. Joe Richard, baby Gronk, he's been kind of quiet, but he doesn't really get too many passes thrown his way, because before I didn't really have too many playmakers, but now I have playmakers all over. Michael Wilson's coming into his own. Dave Ferguson is just a killer in the slot, and then Searmack on the outside has been definitely the surprise of my receiving corps so far this year as we get in for the sack there. But on defense, I mean, look at this. This might be the best defense I've ever had. I mean, look at this. They can't do anything. They can't even get a first down, so we force another punt. So Fleming takes over using his legs this time, getting to the outside, getting to the 40-yard line for a first down on a 4th and 1 here, giving it to Devontae Williams. If it's 4th and 1, it's pretty much a guarantee that I go for it, because my run blocking up the middle is pretty good, so I can just give it to Devontae Williams on those plays and get first down. So Fleming gets past the 50-yard mark and tosses it to Joe Richard, who runs over a defender. And on a 1st and 10, Fleming's going to roll out to the right, find Michael Wilson, gets down to the 1-yard line again for the second time. He gets robbed of 2 touchdowns early in this game, and Fleming finishes it off, runs in for the 1-yard touchdown, and 21-0 before half. This defense of mine is just taking over games, and Northwestern tries to show some signs of life, running the ball here. Marcelino Ball with the stop there on Moten, and Miller drops back on a 3rd and 6, trying to get out of the pocket, but once again, the pass rush is just too good. That one's Brandon Wilson that time for the sack, the senior, and I'm telling you, when you have guys that have high awareness, it just makes such a big difference. I mean, they can't even get out of the pocket. As you can see, they were rolling out. Jerome Johnson's either there or Brandon Wilson's always there. And, I mean, this defensive line of mine is so good. I thought Nick Collins was going to be the playmaker for me this year as a freshman, but it just seems like he isn't really making too big of an impact on the pass. He's making a huge impact on the run, but pass, I mean, he's not really doing it. Brandon Wilson has been that guy. Jerome Johnson as well. Those two have been the bell cows for our pass rush. So Indiana is just dominating at this point. Look at this. They can't even get out of the pocket that time. Miller's getting sacked that time by Brandon Wilson once again. And on a 3rd and 10, they do run him with their running back Moten, and he gets the first down. So now it's close to under a minute left in this half. The tight end putting a move on me that time. I got fooled. He gets past the 50-yard line, so Miller drops back. 50 seconds left, but another sack this time, man. This time it's Jerome Johnson getting in for the sack. So 2nd and 14, trying to make something out of nothing here, and they convert the first down, getting to the 25-yard line. So 20 seconds left in this half. Miller is going to find Moten once again. It seems like Moten's the only person doing something for them on offense, and they eventually settle for the field goal. So it is 28-3 at half, and Fleming comes back out. We start the half out with the ball and rolling out to the right. Look at this protection. I have all day through. I'm just sitting here on the right side of the field, and I finally find Michael Wilson there open for the 19-yard reception. I couldn't believe how much time I had. I was just sitting back there, and on the couple plays later, 4th and 2, we run a triple option, toss it out to Paul Stone for the 20-yard run there. Look at that. He caught it with one hand and kept going. But 2nd and 10 here in the red zone, finding Whop Failure. And you know what's funny about Whop Failure is that he has been buried on our depth chart, but he has been somebody that's been there from day one. When I first started this dynasty, he was a true freshman, fastest guy on the team. I think he had 93 speed, and I redshirted him, and now he's back in there, and he gets in for a good slant route there. He catches his first pass for the season, and he's definitely somebody that I didn't realize, like, he is kind of our fastest guy. He's 95 speed right now, and he's somebody I want to get involved in the offense. So Northwestern takes back over 35-3 at this point, and once again, this time it's Raekwon Jones there for the sack. He's got 2 sacks in this one on 3rd and 15, trying to run a screen pass, and Marcelino Ball is going to stop Moten there. I mean, man, this is just stifling defense. So they punt it here away to, but look at this. They go for a fake punt, and they try to throw the ball to their open receiver there. He was kind of open. They would have thrown it earlier. That maybe would have been a completion, but the punter, I mean, he's a punter. He can't make those accurate throws, and we take over. They're trying everything. They cannot move the ball, can't do a fake punt right. Our defense is just all over the place, and on a 1st and 10, Fleming tries to do a little bit too much in the pocket. Look at that stiff arm.
Oh, my God.
That was an epic stiff arm, and oh, my goodness. Fleming, there's a reason he does not play defense. He just got straight stiff arm to death, and Brian Bullock runs it in for the touchdown, and their defense is even scoring more points than their offense at this point. And on the next drive, I was just talking about him, Whop Failure. He gets in for the 75-yard reception on the outside there. And he's actually our 5th string, 6th string receiver, but he gets in for tired Michael Wilson on the outside and streaks down the field. And what a perfect pass that time by Fleming. And it is 42-10. And we are just beating up on this Northwestern offense. Miller is going to drop back, find his receiver that time, and they're going to get past the 30-yard line into our territory. And Miller, I mean, it's just tough on him. Look at the Stallings this time, getting in for the sack, and on a 3rd and 14, attempting a screen and nothing going. So it is a 4th and 18, and they attempt a long field goal, and that one's going to be off the mark. And nothing is going right for them except that pick six. That's the only play they've had all game. And onto the 4th quarter, Fleming is on the bench, and we put our old quarterback, remember, Ramsey got his spot took pretty much, and he gets in the 4th quarter at least. This is a blowout, so 45-10 to add insult to injury. Miller attempts to roll out to the right, and that's not even Brandon Wilson. I think that's another Wilson, the 3rd string right end, gets in for the scoop and score on that play. And it is 52-10. And Northwestern just never had a chance from the beginning. And one last heave to end the game. Martin, our 3rd string strong safety, is going to get in for the interception. And just like that, the Indiana Hoosiers are going to take care of business. The win streak continues at home for us. Josh Fleming with the big game, 3 touchdowns, that stupid interception. He also runs for 50 yards on the ground. Devontae Williams 60, and Paul Stone. We all have 3 rushers over at least 50 yards, and our receiving core always showing up. Dave Ferguson, what a great slot guy he is for us. Watt Fillier, though, I want to get him some more clock. He had a good game on that big fly route, burnt the mess out of the corner. And on defense, I mean, we just got after the quarterback. I think we had 10 sacks. And, man, this defense is probably the best defense I ever had. And honestly, I'm going to have to adjust the sliders because I don't want to dominate like this. This is like a huge domination. So we're probably going to do that in the next episode. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll be back. Indiana Hoosiers, we're going up against Purdue next and then Illinois. So let's get it.